Hey, how's it going? I've been working on a special project, and I just want to give you a sneak peek of what I've been doing. Some of the videos I've seen, Studiorack is used in a couple different ways, but I wanted to use it with some sort of personal monitor mixer. So I had some Behringer stuff available, so I just decided to test it and see how it would work. So in my rack here, we've got a Monster power conditioner. This is the Pro 2500, and then there's the DiGiGrid IOX. In the closet in the kitchen is actually the Server 1 that I'm using to run my plugins. I've got it in there because the fan gets a little bit noisy. Down here we have an X32, but I'm ignoring it for the most part because I just want to use the Ultranet. Below is an HP Wave certified switch. There's also a power conditioner. We have an MGB down here going into the back of the X32 via MADI. And then we have our P16 mixer. So we're using Pro Tools as our mixer. Over here is Studiorack. And then we've got Soundgrid Studio going right here. So inside of Pro Tools, I know it's kind of hard to see, you would select your output, and then it's going to show up over here inside of Soundgrid Studio. And then these are sending to our aux mixes. Now, like I've mentioned before, you've probably seen some other videos, and these are headphone mixes. But in my situation, I'm splitting these out to the artist to control their own mix. And then over here, here's our, well, we have one Studiorack plugin going, and when we're in input mode, this is where we're controlling the volume. Now, this fader I've got set up just for me, and then all of the sends are on pre-mode in both instances. So I can kind of control my own mix here and my own mix here without affecting what the artist is hearing. So just to give you a brief demo, I recorded some click earlier, and I'll go ahead and play. Let's turn that down a bit. And we have our output going to talkback click. You can see it's going over here on input 15 and 16 on the X32. Then we're routing the direct outputs of the X32 to the Ultranet. Here on the P16 I can have 8 stereo mixes. So back here in Studiorack, when playback is stopped, it switches to input mode. And then whatever I have, then we'll go through Soundgrid Studio, and then the musician will be able to hear, it would show up here, and then go out whatever parameter it is, and then the musician will be able to hear their own mix. Like I said before, this is all set up in pre-mode, so it's important to have all your sends be pre. You would just select, in this case, talkback click, turn this one on only, and then here, talkback click down here. I'll give you a quick preview of the routing. Well, first, playback engine. Of course, we have selected Soundgrid, and then we've got our buffer all the way max, because when we're in input mode, we're bypassing the buffer. And then on I/O, then we just have all of our outputs set up that are going to Soundgrid 1 and 2, and then 9 through, I believe it's 22. And then inputs, the IOX, and then buses. Of course, the outputs are going to show up, and then I just set up 16 buses. And then lastly, here in our patching, we have the outputs of our auxiliaries, normally headphone mixes, but we're subgrouping it out so the musicians can control their own mix. Then we're going to MADI 1 through 16 on the MGB. I'm super excited about using Studiorack in an upcoming session, and I just really wanted to share that excitement with you. Please like the video and subscribe if you want to see me use Studiorack in an upcoming video. Leave your questions and comments below. Follow me on Twitter if you want to stay up to date in the world of pro audio, and check out one of my most recent videos. Thanks again for watching.